What is up, everybody? It's Fink here, and I tell you what, it is another week for our weekly Nightfall strikes. And you know what, guys? It is gotta be one of the most ridiculous ones ever. It's the summoning pits on the moon. Now, the reason why I say that is because everybody knows that the Hive are pussies. They always retreat when they get shot once. So if you do any insignificant amount of damage, they retreat. So this might take a little while, but this week's modifiers are Epic, Juggler, Angry, Void Burn, and of course, one we all love, out of no reason at all, Nightfall. Now, anybody who has ever watched my Nightfall Strike videos, I do leave time markers in the description for you to go forward or hop back as you please to see what kind of see where you are and how I may beat this and adapt it to yourself. Now, I do this live, so it's one of those things that it's a one shot. If I don't do it, I don't do it. But let's try it out, guys. Let's see what we can do. Now, before she starts talking, my weapons of choice is going to be Athene's Epilogue, Final Rest 2, and the Galvahorn, or Corrective Measure. Either one.
Something dark stirs in the depths of the Hellmouth. We can feel it. A hive abomination bred for unthinkable
sweet chair.
We must pierce the veil of their summoning pits and destroy this creature before the hive unleash it upon us all.
I must say though, guys, this has got to be not my favorite ever.
Well, this was your idea.
So it is one of the tougher ones. I gotta say, it's one of the tougher ones. The one that does truly challenge you. And I'm gonna just run these fucking guys over. Oh, did you see that? Oh my god, there. Run! Oh, that's got the money paint job already. All right. So now, when you play Hive and it's a Nightfall, the Knights.
There's no telling how
this
far
is a Void
to
Burn.
go to find the summoning pits.
Okay, this is Void Burn. All right. So, for some insurmountable reason, you got the Wizards, which are going to be solar damage, and you're going to have the Knights that have arc shields. So, I hope you brought, when you go into this, make sure you bring a lot of heavy ammo synthesis and a lot of special synthesis, because you're going to use a insurmountable amount of bullets. Now in this area, there's not the respawn thing, so what you want to do is you just want to take these out as you can. Because if you die, you can respawn. So, I mean, it's really no harm, no foul in this area. Now for the most troublesome part here, guys. Now this is the very first contestable area. This is probably the longest part of the raid here. Now, anybody who's ever did this, did you remember that? I said raid. It might as well be the raid because the Nightfalls are a pain in the ass. Now, anybody who's ever done the strike,
I'll try to open that gate.
knows as soon as you let your ghost off to start doing this, to open the door, there's 3 stages. Now, the thing about the 3 stages is, the first stage is relatively easy. Most people come up here. You can really just mess up the thralls. But now here comes the knights. So right when the knights spawn, if you haven't already, you can retreat all the way to this back hallway here. Knights won't come back here at all. Now, let me take that back. Sometimes the knights do contest, depending on the modifier. And since we have Angry on, let's just go ahead and assume they will contest. Now, if they do start bone rushing you, you can actually go up here to these rocks up here. And they won't go any farther than that. And even though the epilogue does not have that much impact on it, it still does okay for this Nightfall. I mean, honestly, if there was a better Void rifle, I'd be using it if I had one. But being that I do not have one, that's kind of what I got to use. Watch out for the acolytes, because considering it is void burn, almost all of the acolytes, I think all of them are all void based. So getting shot by 4 or 5 of them at one time is not preferably a good idea. And I know not everybody, I'm using that Galvorn. I know not everybody has a Galvorn, but I mean using use a void weapon. If you have the corrective measure, if you have the swarm. As long as it's void damage, it'll work out pretty well. The reason why I like using the Galvorn is because of the wizards. Honestly, if it wasn't for the wizards, wouldn't use it at all. Just not a fan of using 7 bazillion bullets just to take down the shield so I can kill the wizard. Everybody has realized I am a very fond user of the fusion rifle. Now we're entering the 3rd wave here. It's going to be a lot of wizards. Sometimes you get that guy up top and you can get a sniper, but life, like I am, continue to jump. They are very, very shitty shots when you do that. Okay, well, I didn't count how many that was, so I wasn't sure. Usually there's 4 on the Nightfall. Oh. Got the log here. That was close. They puked everywhere.
Got it. The gate's opening.
And usually the you die immediately thing would go away, but we're on Nightfall, so if you do die past this point, you're dead. Alright, let's see if we can collect any ammunition. I thought there was yeah, I knew there was heavy up here somewhere. Alright, good deal. Alright, so for this second area, it is going to be the Ogre area, which I count as a different area because since he shoots nothing but a whole bunch of void at you, I consider him a pretty sizable threat. Oh. And there is quite a bit of thralls there, but that's why I like to use rifle. Anything bad happens, you just one-shot everyone. Oh, I got that one too. And if you do have a heavy like the corrective measure or the swarm, you know how the nice little fact here, once the knight pulls up its cloak and starts to regenerate its health, if you switch to your heavy and start shooting through, you can actually shoot him through his little cloak and he won't be able to heal. He'll actually take damage and you'll probably kill him before he comes out of it.
Sounds like we're getting closer.
And that section's relatively easy. Now we're coming to the Circle of Bones here. When you first come in, I even consider this one an area, because if you still die, you're dead. There's no coming back. I am in fact loving though that there is quite a bit of heavy ammo on the floor. That was like a Matrix. Wow, this one sucks. Alright, so the reason why I consider this area is this reason we're here. Is because when the ships come in, even though if you bum rush over there to try to kill them, you have a higher chance of them killing you with those ultras that are in that corner. So, and these guys, you wouldn't know, they flank you as well. So it's just really easier to eliminate the threat than to yeah, I'll come back. I only used one, so I'm very undecisive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot one of these vultures with a rocket. Back here and get back. There we go. Hey, waste not, want not, right? Hopefully I did some relatively decent damage to him. Oh, and that's the hive for you. First chance they get to take cover, they do. That's what I like. Try to hit you. Alright. That section's I don't want to say successfully completed because, you know, running through them was kind of successful. Alright, so now we're at Phogoth, guys. Alright, so what we want to do is... See, this area is a safe room here. Okay. Let's just release him first. Kind of explain it a little bit better. Okay, so once Phogath is released, being in this area is like a safe zone. Sometimes ads will push in and you have to kill them, but they're usually by the door. Now, if you're in this room, anybody who has faced the hive before, there's a shrieker after 10 seconds of being in this room that pops up directly behind you, which is void damage. So you want to keep an eye out for the shrieker. As soon as the shrieker spawns, you want to come on back here, because you tend to die quite a bit. So I'm going to switch over to like my Greatest Revenge. The heck with it. I'm going to run out here. I want to get his attention. Too many things. I want to piss him off. I want to get his attention. And I want to come on back here. And then you see he's right there. So if I can continue to piss him off, I'm putting him in the section that I want. Which, you know what, I think they've changed this, because used to, if you put him there, he would just stay right in front of your gun. See, but now, he's nowhere to be found. So, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way, and shoot him, and come back for a little bit, and retreat to this area here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it up. I'll actually use some of this, to be honest with you. Being solar. So I'm going to end up using heavy ammo soon. So... just walk over a little bit. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to end up changing over to the corrective measure. Putting that on here. That wants to die. So, the biggest thing about this is honestly just taking your damn time. Because you don't want to do something that's gonna screw up and get you killed. You know, take it as slow as you possibly can, because Phogoth can kill you in an instant with that void burn. As you can tell, that is the only reason why I retrieve. Look at this. He's actually just chilling. It's better I use my synthesis. That's alright. That's exactly where we want him. As you can tell, with frequent movements back and forth, we're not giving the Shrieker any time to spawn in. And, you know, you would think that it's taken quite a bit of time, but it really isn't. I mean, especially with the Void Burn multiplier on it, it's actually going relatively quicker. Barely got touched with the tip of that. And I almost died. Alright, so none of that. I must say, not the best weapon ever. That block. It's cool when you're messing with the ads, but let's see how much time I have left. Oh, there. Hey, 3 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes, guys. Go forward. Oh, and like a helpful hint, guys. Do not go that way or past that in that room. You'll start regenerating health, and you possibly will die. Trigger. Woo. I didn't stand there too long. This is what it looks like here. He usually stays around for about 10 shots. He brings a whole bunch of ultras in. Like you can tell, Wizard just recently popped up. But after so long, he disappears, his buddies disappear, and all is right with the world again. Ooh, almost able to do all my ammo there. Alright, let's see where we're at here with ammo. Minute 26. That's alright. Sniper ammo, which I probably will end up getting instead of the corrective measure. Because if they're not, I'm about out of ammo. I am out of ammunition. What is a man to do, I tell you. 46 seconds. Oh, we're gonna use some right. Dance time. Get your dance on. Alright. This is what I mean by this takes time, guys. I'm actually waiting to see if my ammo regens. Honestly not sure. Oh well. Sometimes you gotta risk for the biscuit, right? We're gonna both throw a knife. Even like a throw knife to the ass, right? Just saying. Right. Let's see what we can do with Krait's Revenge. kind of hoping we get him into an area. After that, where he can be repeatedly shot. Not staying in a good spot. Oh, did 4,000 damage right there. I honestly do not think one round is going to kill him. But I have some grenades, some throwing knives left. Ammo regen is not a thing. So yeah, sorry it's taking so long, guys. My grenades regen though. Oh, look at that! And I got some ammo for knifing that guy. Trying to go for a crit shot. He's dead. So other than taking an obscene amount of time to kill him.
Well, at least it's chained up. Finally, the abomination has been destroyed.
It works.
The Vanguard will be grateful.
It did take quite a bit of time. Let's see what we get for
a creature of the dark has
28
been slain,
minutes so far.
and our world spared another atrocity.
Oh man.
But how many more?
I do hope you guys enjoyed.
abominations
I
are still
know.
out?
Thank you if you did watch and you did bear with me to
I
the
fear
end.
We may find out all too soon.
No ammo gens, so thank you guys. And if this was please, if this was any way helpful, leave a like. If you have any questions at all, comments, subscribe for more. I'm just happy we finally got that out of the way. Wow, 7 strange coins. Well, dang. Alright guys, see you guys next week.